Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a grand campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Westwoods, followed up by the Hatches Attack. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like the support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, our regiments for today, on the CSA campaign side, you have the 11th Mississippi, 42nd Pennsylvania, 30th Ohio, Davis Brigade, 12th Virginia, 1st Kentucky, Pickett's Brigade, 33rd Texas in the Irish Volunteer Brigade, and then on the Union campaign side, you have the Free States Brigade and Iron Brigade, Colquitt's Brigade, Hampton's Legion, 1st Delaware, 17th Michigan, 28th Massachusetts, and 11th Pennsylvania. I will say IVB, I think, bounced over to the Union campaign side to help balance that, and then on top of that, too, they're doing swapped sides for both rounds, so the Union campaign is playing on CSA side for both rounds, and then vice versa. So, server pop for today. It's currently 267. CSA is up by one player right now. No artillery on this map. Same with next round, so the imbalance is as you see it. Frontline reporters for today, our CSA campaign representative who's on Union for both rounds. You got Shifty from the 1st Kentucky, and then our Union campaign representative who is on CSA both rounds. You have Doug from the Colquitt's Brigade. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. And then co-commentating with me today, we have Red from the 59th New York. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, guys. I am Red. I lead the 59th New York, as Eagle so eloquently put it, 59ny.org, and excited to be here. Excited to talk shit about Natty there in 12th VA, and looking forward to this exhilarating round of War of Rights, as it tends to be.
Indeed. So, I will note the CSA defense here, they have 890 men left in their token. And so if they get wiped in this battle, the third week of the campaign, they will completely lose. So CSA, in my opinion, is going to try to prevent losing their token, or the Union campaign who's playing CSA, Iron Brigade, they're going to try to not lose their token. And so how do you do that? You make it a fast round where the CSA loses a bunch of tickets quickly, which means that everyone's going to be spread out like we see for CSA here, and they're just going to die out of line the whole time to make sure that CSA loses this quick, and so they can get out with their token still alive. And just zooming out and hitting right click, seeing all the flags, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can see right now that we've devolved already into the European Classic here of one massive line shooting at another line. Pretty exciting stuff. There was a CSA group here to the west of this massive Union line underneath Doug and CQB and a couple other just random groups mixed in there. They got dismantled pretty quickly here off the rip by the by this fat Union group down here of the, let's see what they are. Yeah, the 19th VA and the 11th Mississippi just kind of dismantled them pretty quick here on this right side, Union right.
So, yeah, holy, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Besides all of this, though, Westwoods, it was a 25% ticket advantage to the attackers. The devs in the recent update gave the defenders 10% more tickets, so it's only a 15% imbalance, and now Union's going to go
Union
in.
Charge. Yep, here we go. They're getting piecemealed up a bit, actually, by this enfilading fire coming in from their south side. The 9th Corps, 1st Delaware guys, shot out 1st Delaware, a couple IVB, and then MWB are ripping them up in their backs, but I don't think they've done nearly enough here. They got like one small unit wipe there. This tiny Union group got smoked. Who is this? DB. DB, you didn't do anything down there. It was pretty atrocious to watch. But, you know, look at that.
I don't think CSA's trying to win. They're just trying to get out alive with their token, and so they're just spreading out, dying out of line. And I mean, one charge, CSA's down a whole morale stage. So this is just for memes. Wow. This is...
Yeah, you got the long Union fishhook coming in. The remnants of the CSA are trying to counter charge now. MWB, Lucian, they're going in now. They might be able to get a wipe here on the remnants of DB and 42nd PA, while the rest of the Union loops around with Knox and those PB boys, a couple 12th VA mixed in, and they're gonna hit each other here soon. I think they're just Union's just gonna sit there and get their loads actually, which is oh no they're going.
They're going right back in.
They're going.
Yeah, they saw their down flag. You know, right? CSA's trying to make this a quick match. Union can kind of counter this, I would think, maybe by early capping and then letting CSA retake the point, so that because when the attacking team captures a point before the defenders hit breaking, they early cap it and they don't win the game automatically. If they cap it breaking after, they automatically win. But if the defenders retake the point after the attackers early cap it, if the defenders are down on tickets, which they are by a lot right now, the defenders will go up to the percentage of tickets that the Union team is at. So if I'm Union and I'm trying to get a lot of kills on CSA, I early cap a point and then fall back and turtle in my main spawn to force CSA to retake. Or maybe CSA just won't retake since they just want to end the round as quickly as possible. Who knows? This is fascinating.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 a little bit, because if you are Union here, it's like, all right, I want to wipe these guys out, but you're stuck in a spot where if you early cap, and they're just going to do exactly what you said. They can just let you have that cap, and just not fight you for the rest of the round.
Yep.
Which would be boring, but it'd keep them alive, like you've been saying. Now on the flip side, if I'm the CSA here, honestly, I'm gonna try itching for that. Wow, the amount of out of lines right now for CSA. if you back up, that is crazy. It's wow. It's like one dude every 30 or 40 feet, and that's their entire team spread out, with the exception of this group over here on the south side of the map, CQB.
They're kind of.
And they're kind of together, mix of CQB, a couple 9th Corps guys, and then like. That's really it. I mean, you've got IVB and Delaware, and that's about. That's really it, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Truthfully, if I'm the Union here and I want to get these kills, but also, don't give them an opportunity, I would strong arm the fuck at this point and just mass my whole team up right in front of it, right like to the west of the point, and I would just follow the CSA wherever they move with all of the Union, and just try to just prevent them from getting anywhere near it. Because they're gonna die coming at you. You're gonna die a lot too, but it's gonna work out because you're just gonna kill so many of them by just sitting there. That's kind of what the Union's doing here on the northwest side of Point. This is what they got to do. This is perfect.
Yeah, I agree, because CSA, they spawn right in the open there, and if Union pushes up to the edge of that out of bounds by that snake fence, they can just keep popping into the CSA, who, I don't know where the CSA flags are, but probably a good chunk have to spawn main. And this is... CSA's
Here's
almost
MWB going in for a charge. And, and there's that charge. And the charge is gone. All right.
I didn't even see it.
There we go. Yep, you didn't miss much. Good job, 28th VA, 19th VA, the PB boys. They just moved forward 5 feet, gave them point-blank shots, had like one melee, one guy, and then backed up, and they're good now. Wow.
Oh this is a round of War of Rights.
Oh, Natty just got smoked. Get fucked, idiot. CQB Doug. Shout out Doug for that one. That was a good shot. Wow. Yeah, this is an exhilarating match here. We got cooking here.
I will say, normally mention this in the intro, but I mean this has just been chaos. So Union weapons on this map, they got the 7th Michigan with the Springfield 61. They have the 72nd Pennsylvania with the Enfield or 61 as well. CSA defense. They have the 1st North Carolina Sharpshooters with the Enfield or the Springfield 55. NCOs get Whitworths, and then they have 3rd South Carolina with the Enfield or the Springfield 61. So,
yeah, I mean, I think the Rambos are part of the CSA strat, like the plan.
Yep. Just trying to finish this round. I almost wonder if Union should just not even engage with the individual Rambos and should just try to find the blobs that are more likely to be in formation and skirmishing.
I think that's exactly what the 42nd's doing right now. I think they're massed up, running around, trying to find bigger groups. If I'm the Union team here, I'm straight up running to the out of bounds entirely, getting the whole team out of bounds for a bit, pulling up on this fence right in front of the CSA spawn, unloading into it when they respawn, and then running back to get in bounds. If I die, I die. You know, it is if you're gunning for kills. 'Cause tickets-wise, the Union's going to win this, no doubt. But if you're going for these kills, I think you got to start playing a little out of the box and just start doing things you would normally do, like running out of bounds, potentially dying on purpose just to get all the extra kills there. You know, if you lose a few guys, you lose a few guys, but you know, that's their opportunity for the Union to get these kills, is when these guys are all spawned in their main, because they're going to be masked up and they won't have anything that they can counter you with. Because like the Rambo stuff, it's working, you know, in the sense of that, it's working for the CSA, because they're going to lose this with not too many losses. Definitely not 800 or whatever it was. So
yeah, and you would think Union would know that CSA is going to try to do something like this. in the situation
Yeah.
that they're in. I mean, Lucian was telling me beforehand, the guy in charge of the IB token, he was like, it's going to be the craziest round of Westwoods you've seen, and this is crazy, by all means. But I told him, like, yeah, I bet you guys are just going to do a bunch of out-of-line stuff, or just charge right in out-of-line, or be spread out. I mean, simple strategy. But any second now, I wonder if Union's going to cap. I assume they're not once CSA hits breaking.
Doing like a split charge here.
It's a mix.
We have PB entering the rear of Doug and CQB. They're plunging into their rear. PB just got smoked, actually. But once again, it doesn't really matter. But it's weird. CSA is playing a little bit. These clumps are kind of working they're kind of working because they're enveloping the Union bit by bit with these just small clumps of guys. So, I mean, if you look at the overhead, the Union has lost a lot of dudes up here in this front fighting. Like, pretty quickly here.
If only tickets weren't a thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, with a 280 pop server, you know, we're looking probably at, like, with what's been going on here, this is my guess for the amount of deaths the CSA will have at the end of this. I'm going to say a firm 385.
385.
Might be a low ball a little bit, but
that would be something. My goodness, if CSA wanted to give me a title or Union campaign, they've given me this title.
they're actually doing a pretty good job. Like they 33rd, 11th Mississippi, FSB over here. Yeah, 11th Mississippi and 33rd Texas. They're getting wiped down here by just a few remnants of First Delaware, IB, and yeah, Natty just got killed again. Get fucked, idiot.
I got it this time.
Same.
All right, huge. I mean, CSA just kind of flipped the script a little bit, but I think it looks like Union. I don't know what's going on. I think Union is on purpose now holding back. I think they're pulling back now, or maybe not. No, there's no way that. Yeah, their flags are down. So Union just got smoked by the CSA doing this clusterfuck strategy of small groups fight it out, and now the Union got wiped in the west side of these woods, and CSA is now looking to get on the aggression here because they're pushing out now towards the Union.
Yep.
Oh, it was a star. Gene, get fucked, Gene. That was tough. Oh man, it was really cool though. I like what you were doing, but yeah, unfortunate you got smoked by. Unfortunately, got smoked by 42nd Pennsylvania. I'll tell you what. Wow.
This is.
Oh, here we go.
This is a round of war of rights.
IB pushing far east now. They're looping around the entirety of the Union here a little bit. If they were together as a group right now, it'd be kind of cool because they could maybe have hit this big fucking Union line in the back or something. 11th Mississippi. Oh, all right. Here's Flores. It's going up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you know, going on the ground here, I hear a lot of the Union talking about, man, these guys got smoked. They got smoked on purpose, guys. All right,
Yep.
You can't be too proud of it, especially when you just got like full wiped. Your whole team got wiped in those woods. That was tough.
You would expect.
By out of lines.
You would expect if your team blobbed up and your opponent just doing what they're doing right now, you would expect you to actually hold, not use their fags. But yeah, CSA hit last stand, and this is going to be less than a 15-minute round, at least recording-wise, probably.
100%.
I wonder if CSA should just turtle at this point, or just go hide as far away as they can. I don't know.
No, I think they're just going to get it over with. I'm going to bump my guess up to, actually, no, 390.
390.
Yeah.
Big change.
Yeah, big change, 5-4. Yeah, I mean, Union's kind of getting stuck in over here on the north side. Obviously, they're going to win that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, European fellows who are going to be watching this. This was perhaps one of the least interesting rounds of War of Rights I have ever watched.
Least interesting, but very, very, at least I find it very, very funny.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, my brain isn't tickled, but...
Hopefully next round is going to be a much more normal War of Rights round, at least I presume.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. You got me feeling like giggle shits over here, but, you know, I'm not really thinking too hard. So, yeah, I mean, highlights for me, at least for this round, were wow. There's so many to go through. Natty dying. That was pretty cool. The Union getting wiped by out of line groups. That was pretty hilarious to slowly watch.
That fact that worked.
Personally, I wouldn't have let that happen. Me personally, but yeah. Oh, found another favorite. We got Bugler Holland with the 42nd Pennsylvania hitting this shit as he's running all the way out of bounds here. They kill a PFC Sweaty from the HL, and Sweaty is getting away. Amsterdam almost got him, and Sweaty has escaped prosecution. And all right. Oh, we have a CSA officer still alive. Jerry's up. Let's see what he's gonna do here, Eagle.
And got about 10, 15 CSA guys left. They got to kill all but 3, and I assume Union's gonna do that.
Flores is running up on Jerry. He doesn't see him. Uh-oh. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Do something, brother. Oh, Jerry. What the fuck, Jerry? What the fuck, Jerry? Chat, get this Jerry guy out of the game, man.
He's on a Sussy Brigade. It's over.
No,
first Delaware's kicked
out of here.
It's the second core in my lifetime. Or I guess. Wow. I guess Sussy Brigade's not a core.
No, we are a conglomerate of units that have leadership that have played with each other for the past 5 to 7 years. In me and Bus's case, it's been like 5 or 6 years, I think. And the rest of us, it's been like 4 or 5, I reckon. A long time to play with the same group of guys consistently.
It is.
But
that's why they're
yeah,
disbanding.
If anyone's
kidding.
Sussy's disbanding? This is news to me.
This is breaking news, reporting live.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I mean,
I'm kidding.
Well, if anyone watching, if you enjoy not playing this kind of map,
of all the ones to come on, this is crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you know.
All right.
59th New York is recruiting.
They just changed the recruitment platform on the War of Rights official Discord.
Yes, we did, and it's now like a bulletin poster board. Looks pretty cool.
Does look nice, I will say that.
If anyone's interested in checking that out, we have it's in the main War of Rights official Discord for the game. If you scroll down and you're looking to join a regiment, plenty of awesome Union and Confederate groups to join. Really awesome Union group in particular. I don't know if Eagle might have mentioned it before. He's actually a member of it, but the 59th New York. If you go into your Google search and you type in 59ny.org, or you go to discord.gg/59ny, you will see
all the
where we are.
All right, are they actually going to have more out of line? Hey, don't blame me. You got to take the opportunity there.
No, I think it's going to be about 500. Actually, I think I was way off.
500?
Maybe. Oh my God, way more.
Dude, this is the best ratio of information description out of line.
Shit. Hold on a minute. About 700. That's a lot of dudes, man. That's a lot more than I thought we were at.
What? How many casualties did you say out of line? Anyways, round 2.
And 390.
And here we are with our second round. No, I didn't mention it at the end, at least in the recording, but Red got the number of out of lines right for last round, which is kind of crazy. But besides that, we're on the Hatches attack now. The devs didn't touch this map in terms of its ticket balance, which I was a little surprised by. I thought they'd give Union more tickets because Union's been struggling on this map as of late. And part of that is they only have a 10% ticket lead, which is one of the lower amounts. The Union weapons that they have on this map, they have the 2nd U.S. Sharpshooters with the Sharps Carbine Rifle. So they only have 1 flag because they're a special regiment. So Union has 3 compared to CSA 4. CSA cannot respawn. Union also has the 23rd New York with the Enfield. CSA Defense, on the other hand, both regiments, the 18th and 56th Virginia, have the same weapons of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, but more importantly, the Springfield 42 Buck and Ball. And so CSA just kind of holds this nice little defensive line that's defilated in trees and rocks with Buck and Ball, and Union has to charge in without that. And with the Sharps Rifle Company. But anyways, Red, you got any thoughts for our now hopefully normal round of War of Rights?
Hello, guys. I'm still here. Wow, what a thrilling last round that was. Thankfully, here we are. It looks like we're going to have a bit more, like Eagle said, a bit more of a normal round here. We have Lucian scouting.
Yeah, Union's going far CSA left here. And this event does use a Steam chat. So Lucian should be able to notify his friendlies that the whole Union team is walking this way right now. And as you can see, CSA is already starting to move. And if all things go as they do in the past, Union is going to have a rough time. We'll see if they can make things interesting. Union, holy crap, that's a lot of Union. Oh yeah, speaking of that, before the action starts, numbers are 281. Union's up by 1 right now. No artillery on this round as well, so 1-man infantry imbalance. That's a huge, huge problem for CSA. But here we go, CSA starting to put fire on Union. Union trying to go basically out of bounds to try to get around the CSA, which is not a bad idea. A little more cover there. Iron Brigade's going to try to hold this, at least with FSB behind them. And Union's in the woods.
I'm stuck.
Meanwhile, CSA Reinforcements, CQB, Midwest Brigade, IVB are now showing up for Union Campaign, who's again on CSA. Sides still swapped. And chaos has begun. CSA trying to go outside into the road, trying to get behind Union on the flags. Prevent Union from getting respawns. Union has to win these charges quicker. CSA is probably going to be able to out-respawn them, assuming each side has all their flags over here. Which, CSA's kind of starting to win on this road side, but Union's starting to sweep from the rear. 11 Mississippi, PB, 12 feet. I mean, just a mix of the whole Union team is behind the CSA lines now. They got one flag down, running up the rocks very slowly. So that's one CSA flag down right now, and the map has switched.
Get up here! Shoot these guys! Shoot these guys!
Shoot them down on the fence line.
Shoot corn.
Hold it here, guys.
Looks like Red might have disconnected here. He may or may not be back. We'll see. But yeah, the sides have swapped here. So Union holding up on the rocks. CSA going to where Union is, and I mean Union's down a little bit on tickets, but this is huge for Union. I think. I mean, there's two CSA flags down. There's a down flag here. That looks like a Union flag, which a couple of CSA guys are trying to keep on that. Good on there. You also have another Union flag down by the CSA side. And this is the weirdest round. This is a weird round so far. Not as bad as last round, but Red is back. And
hi guys.
Union took the CSA rocks that they charged. Yeah, but CSA kind of took the position Union normally is. And now CSA on both sides is starting to collapse in, I think, trying to get flags. But they're trying to get their defensive line back. But this is a really good start for Union, something you normally don't see. Union usually gets curb stomped.
Yeah, that is kind of the norm for the Union, unfortunately, is they kind of just have a bad time sometimes if that starts going the way it goes. Oh man, I don't know why that just happened to me. My that was strange.
It just turned off. It was like you can't watch a normal Auto War fights.
No, apparently not. I don't know what happened. Well, I guess we're gonna find out here.
Indeed. So CSA starting to retake the rocks. Union just needs to get their flags out. Regardless of all of this, though, I mean, Union has a slight ticket lead, which is the most surprising thing of all, really. But another huge thing is they've brought nearly everyone down a whole morale stage, and we're 8 minutes into the round, and that's really good because a lot of times on this map, Union, when they charge in, they can't win, and so they'll just sit back and shoot it out with the CSA for a while, which it kind of helps on tickets. They have larger tickets overall, and there's so many variables going into a shootout that it's generally a 1-to-1 trade in kills, and meaning a 1-to-1 trade in tickets lost. Now, obviously, buck and ball and the closeness of shooting can obviously change that, but you would generally think that attackers would win on a shootout. But when you do a shootout for long enough as an attacker, time can be an issue eventually. So, good start for Union. They're down 2 flags, 1 flag. Is that flag out of bounds? It is not. Oh, it might be. Oh, it's on the edge. So Union is at least down one flag for the moment. You still have some Union contesting Pickett's Brigade, 42nd PA, some 28th Mass guys, and CSA is going to collapse on them right away, and rightly so.
Yeah, fuck you, Gene! You Frenchman! Fuck you, Gene! Fuck you, HF! Off the fence!
Oh,
Off
boy.
the fence! Come on, off the fence!
I'm on my way back right
I
now.
shot him yesterday.
I know that ain't peanut butter talking.
Oh my, this chaos on the corn. CQB is trying to charge out, getting a Union flag down. They get one down. Got 1st Kentucky guys now charging up for Union. Union just needs to get the flag out and reform at this point. Obviously they can't see the overhead, but you just need to preserve these flags. Those flags, if they're inbounds, they're down for 5 minutes, and it looks like that flag that Union lost down to the north side, it is just barely in bounds. So Union's only going to have 2 flags here, at least for the next 3.5 or so minutes. But that's a heck of a way to start our round here on hatches. Something you don't normally see.
No. No. No, I would say no. Oh, all right, we're back. We're back in.
We're so back.
Yeah, we're so back, dude.
Never
That was
left,
weird.
actually.
No, never
Except you did.
always. Shh. Never have.
So, Union reforming up in the corn again. They still got a good amount of guys moving out of Maine, but, I mean, they've kept tickets fairly even, and we'll see if this continues. Very surprising, nonetheless. I was surprised Union wasn't given more tickets, but who knows if the devs have actual data on that. They said they were working on the company tool, which would track all of the war rights matches played to give them data on the
Always
round.
track it. They're always working on something, aren't they?
They
You ever
always
notice
are.
that?
They never
Do you believe them?
I don't know. They never release the stuff they talk about.
And that's what I'm saying, dude.
It's
That's all
weird.
I'm saying.
Unless it's like a limited time mode, then you're for sure getting that. But it's like they didn't announce the 1776 mode. Oh well.
What I'm saying, dude.
Union hits engaged, and Union's going straight in again. It's surprising to see Union engage like this
Wow.
with the CSA, but I'm a little surprised CSA's going out too, but they've got that buck and ball to their advantage. CSA dropped to engaged as well. And CSA line's holding. You got another wave of Union reinforcements rolling up. I mean, I kind of don't blame Union. You can't really, I guess, sit and shoot out with the CSA because you kind of got to get close. Might as well just charge in and see if something can stick, which kind of has so far.
Friendly fire, boys. Friendly
Yeah, it looks like it's
fire.
working out.
Keep firing.
Yeah, they're not doing too poorly here. I actually take it back. Yeah, the Union got smoked. Wow.
That was how I was expecting the first charge to kind of go.
Well, here comes the 42nd now.
Why aren't they charging? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I
they're
would say
the
the
sharks.
42nd might be better off. I don't know. Maybe potentially. I don't know. They're doing all right. No, they're not. Yeah, I would say they got to fall back here. They yeah, it was brutal.
CSA, the whole team's got buck and ball. They got shotguns. Why would you put yourselves really at close proximity? Sure, you have good shooting weapons, but that close to the CSA line, it's weird because I mean this road that the CSA kind of has their defensive line on, it kind of like it goes downward, at least towards the CSA. So CSA's got a really strong def. This is a rough map. I'm surprised you need to get more tickets.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
at
as
least
a
they didn't
Union
give,
player,
Yeah.
as a predominantly Union player, it's brutal, dude. It
Yeah.
is. Jeez Louise.
At least they didn't pull a Garland's and give more to the CSA defense.
No. No, that is at least.
I want to know that.
100%.
Well, another reasoning, but Union's just scattered out. Jeez, they're doing almost doing what CSA almost. A lot of moving out from Maine. Tickets still fairly even. Which, I mean, as an attacker, you can be down about a fourth of a morale stage in tickets and still be considered fine. It's about a third to a half a morale stage defender lead, where it's like, okay, we got to start thinking about this. But, I mean, for now, Union's keeping it even despite them kind of getting destroyed for some part, at least in the recent charges. 11 Mississippi starting to shift, going to the south. And more Unions starting to follow them. Which, not a bad idea here, you know? Either you can go early cap, stop the timer, gives yourself more time, which I don't think time's going to be much of a factor anymore. Or you could try to outflank CSA, but CSA saw them and they're already moving. Or they just happen to be moving. Who knows?
They are on the move. What was that? What an exchange there that was. Yeah, see, this is a good move by Union, though, because this is exactly what they need to do.
Yep.
This is like textbook what they've got to get going here.
CSA now starting to follow. Union's going to have a moment, though, to at least set up in the position that they want. So it looks like 11 Mississippi, they're going to go past the road. You just got to watch it because CSA is starting to move with full fury. And Union, I mean, they're very spread out right now trying to push up here. And looks like we got engagement. 28th Mass going right into 11 Mississippi. CQB rolling up behind the 28th Mass as well.
Keep gunning, keep firing that other flag.
They could be cooking here potentially.
They just can't lose that flag that they brought up with them. Oh, CQB is now turning in.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens here. It could go either way. No, Union's got it. Union's got this on the left side. That's Union's. They're not gonna lose that here. Knock on wood, but they shouldn't. Oh, here comes the CSA though. They're pushing in now, which is scary. MWB. But I think the Union did just enough where they might be able to hold. Just maybe.
Jeez, I feel like we're almost playing Conquest with the amount of action and spread out action as well. Just everything's happening at once everywhere.
All over the place.
CSA can take it if they push forward, which they're starting to get a little more aggressive here.
Oh, here we go.
CSA, if they get these 3 Union flags, that'll be huge for them. I mean, CSA, they're already starting to get about a fourth to a third of a morale stage lead. So again, it's a good idea from Union. It's just CSA responded quickly enough to at least compete with the Union as they were spread out. And
Keep going back, keep going back. We're good,
Union has a chance to maybe lose their flags here.
Yeah, I was pretty hopeful for the Union. I was really thinking that was going to go perhaps in their favor, but evidently it did not. I was really feeling it. I was really feeling it that time.
Union flag bearers are trying to run out. They just stay out of bounds. They'll despawn pretty quickly. At least the 2 that are still up to the southwest. I kind of like what Watson's doing here with 42nd PA. He's running with the flag out of bounds so that if he gets shots and dies, it despawns in 20 seconds. But he's still running down the Union spawn. Maybe, never mind. He's running more out of bounds.
See, no, but that's what you got to do though. Is for anyone who's a hopeful flag bearer or who likes running flag. If you're ever in the situation here where everyone's wiped around you and you got the flag still, run it out of bounds. People don't talk about this enough. Always run it out of bounds. Don't just stand there. Just run that shit out, and it's going to respawn pretty quickly. Also, I will be right back. I have to restart my computer.
Good luck. I understand the pain.
I think my fan stopped working, so my computer is on fire.
Praise be.
Oh boy. I'm gonna put this out.
Take your time. So, but the reason why it's a 20-second despawn is because it used to be where it didn't matter where the flag was dropped. It'd be a 5-minute despawn timer. But some people started trolling and just running the flag straight out of bounds, like 30 seconds, running it out of bounds, dying after the 30 seconds of grace period there. And from there, no one could run out to get the flag, because if it's 30 seconds out of bounds and that's how long you have out of bounds before you die, I mean, even for me as a spectator, I get 30 seconds. You're not going to be able to get that flag, and then you're out of flag for 5 minutes. So, it kind of is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, Union's down about a fourth of a stage. They're kind of at that point. They've done great on time, right? That's the glory of being aggressive, is that you knock everyone's tickets down. And on top of that, you have a lot of time to kind of adjust your strategy, whether it being continuing to charging, play aggressive, or just sit back and shoot it out, or a hybrid of that. You know, it can kind of be whatever. So Union's got a lot of time to figure out what they want to do. At least for now, they're kind of doing a mass team push up the center side of the map, which, oh my goodness, this game looks beautiful. Oh my. I will say, the weather update, the weather update that they did, while it doesn't mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, it makes the game look nicer. And arguably, that's what they've been kind of doing the past couple of years, at least since they dropped Conquest and Contention, is that a lot of the updates have been optimization, making the game look better, increasing the server population, and then the occasional limited time event. It's almost like the game is made for someone watching it more than actually playing the game. Which, again, this is a great game, right? Nonetheless, but it feels like a lot of those changes are made more for the immersion than actual in-game content. So, again, different time. Union's completely pushed up. Some of the CSA are playing a little aggressive. CQB running out, taking some shots and falling back. Why is there a Union guy in the middle of their line? It's kind of funny. But you got CSA still, they're kind of answering this. They're moving out, which is a little surprising. Again, you have this half stone wall that starts here, but even back here, you fall back into the woods. You're slightly deflated, you know. What CSA is doing right now is by pushing forward, they're like, okay, Union, we are perfectly fine engaging you here. I'm shocked CSA is not holding back there, because if they held back there, Union would have to push up towards them. And if Union pushed up towards the CSA could much better use that buck and ball. But obviously, I mean, it's still going to be very effective at this range nonetheless. It's just, you know, you're trying to give yourself the best possible chance to win. So, close shootouts going on here. One of the better, I will say, this is one of the more engaging Hatches attacks rounds I've normally seen. It's not a total blowout yet. But the most fascinating part, you do have a Union group flanking around kind of this whole line, and unfortunately for 42nd PA here, you do have some 11th PA guys here skirmishing. It looks like these guys are just the skirms, which, of all the people for the Union to be in a shootout, I don't know why they're not in the shootout. That's kind of a confusing decision there. Again, it's a great flank. But the thing is that those guys with the Sharps carbines, great at shooting, they suck at melee because their guns are half the length. And as a result, if they get in the melee, it's going to be terrible for them. But it looks like for now they're just sitting up on some rocks. CSA is drawn into them, though.
Look to the south, 845 south.
Despite all of my complaints, look how nice those green uniforms look. It's intriguing to see some of them with jeans, though, that don't look that good. At least the blue jeans, you know? Got a symmetry with the green. But...
Hey, guys.
Back.
Yeah, I messaged Eagle this. If anyone was curious, I uninstalled the fan drivers for my fans. You know, casually. They just haven't been running really when my computer gets hot. And when you run War of Rights, your computer, if you didn't know this, now you do. Your computer gets pretty hot. And, well, that's why I crashed.
That's why the game looks so good, too.
My computer overheated. That's, yeah, fun fact. So...
my Wi-Fi or Ethernet kept like dipping out randomly. This happened now more than like a month ago. It happened consistently over a few months. And after talking with some people, they're like, you know, maybe you should just get a new motherboard. We got the new motherboard, got that all set up and was fun. And now I haven't had an issue since then. So I appreciate those people who helped out. But the PC problems are not fun. Greatest and worst thing ever technology is.
100%. Yeah, especially when it's self-inflicted. Like it was for me here.
Live
it's
and
just
learn.
kind of like, oh man. Yeah, live and learn, man. Wow.
Just like War of Rights strategies.
Yeah, how's I'm excited to see what's been updated ever since.
Yeah, so basically what happened is Union started pushing up the center side of the map, and they're just getting in a large shootout with the CSA. CSA came out of their defensive positions to engage with them. Now they've kind of backed off, and Union's slowly inching closer. So Union's they're down about a third of a stage right now, which Union kind of needs to close that gap a little bit. 42nd PA with the Sharps went around the CSA left, got into those rocks. We saw the charging in earlier in the game, and some CSA moved over to contest. But for now, the shootout's begun. And again, Union being aggressive at the beginning.
It's looking pretty good right now.
Union being aggressive at the beginning afforded them the time to do this. So the thing is, though, is they're down by a fourth to a third of a stage, so they just gotta watch out for that and make sure it doesn't get any worse. CSA right, 20th Massachusetts running out, trying to get some nice close shots, but Union responding pretty well and killing a good few of them. But I mean, yeah, Union's. If Union can just make the tickets a little bit closer, they're in a really good spot, all things considered.
For reference, if anyone was curious about my computer thing here, and just to update you, Eagle, on it, so my temperature when I hadn't fixed it, / when my computer crashed, was 93 degrees Celsius.
Holy crap.
So my CPU is very good. I have a 7950X 3D. Its max operating temperature is like 89.
Might be a little too high.
Might be a little high. I don't think it's damaged. I think we're good. I think we're all good. I think it happened. But for reference, now my temperature with my fans working again is 68 degrees Celsius.
I made a little bit of a difference there.
A little bit, and you know, it's funny because I was sitting in my room last night. I was like, man, why is it so fucking hot in here? I realized my computer's been a mobile heater for the past like month.
Hey, it's good for the winter.
Yeah. No. But we're good now. We're healthy. We're happy and healthy now. We're back at it. And holy moly, what a match we got going on here. Hello, everybody in chat. Hello, Jay. I missed you.
Wow.
Wow.
Union right 42nd PA got pushed off those rocks by HL and FSB. Let's see. And yeah, I mean, both sides are going. I mean, Union's not. All things considered, Union's in a very good spot.
No, they're hanging in there. Yeah,
very
they're doing really
good.
good. Oh, HL is charging out to the 42nd.
They're trying to get that flag.
42nd should be able to get that flag out. That's going to be a nice ticket boost for HL here, actually, because 42nd was pretty stranded. Elsewhere, though, I mean, this is kind of turning into what you'd expect. I will say MWB is getting smoked up here in this road. They got well, not smoked, but they were getting hurt pretty bad by some pretty well placed shots by the 11th Mississippi boys. So that was pretty entertaining to watch. And now the Union has to be careful because HL is on their entire like northern flank. And if I'm HL here, right, I'm going up and over in this corn. And because at this point you're gonna hit braking here soon, right? You need to do something different. If I'm HL, I'm hitting them through the corn. Straight up, I'm going through the north side of this cornfield and coming up behind PB and all these guys here, and I'm just ripping them point blank because the CSA will hit braking. And when you get there, you want to be able to do something that will be able to get you a bit of a ticket advantage. I think them staying on this north side of the map here, not doing much, I think that's going to just kind of waste potential, if you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Because the potential is there. There's a lot of potential to make a big move here because they could turn the entire right side of the Union line here, and that would be sick. I kind of want to yell at them to do it because they're not going to, and I can see that they're not doing it, and that's just like unfortunate. Because if HL, those guys did it alongside FSB here, man, that would be a game changer for the CSA here. They could really have something come together. But, you know.
Maybe they just don't want to risk going in. I do agree with you. It'd be a good surprise, maybe running, get some shots, and fall back. But maybe they just don't want to risk it. Tickets have actually fairly evened out, it looks like.
Yeah,
kind of.
They're looking pretty good right now.
Which, again, is very surprising, especially considering that the 42nd PA has one of those Union flags over there, which it's running up through the corn right now to where the main Union line is. But Union's only got 2 flags fighting against 3 CSA flags. I mean, CSA's out respawning them, but Union is keeping things close, if not winning, which is very surprising. Could be in part the CSA kind of pushing up a little more and getting a little more aggressive in the shootout here, not just sitting back in their strong defensive positions. Regardless, though, this is a close match. Really close.
Yeah, no, it's really entertaining. This is a much better. Oh, here it is. They did it. They did exactly what I said they'd do. HL. Yes. HL hit him in the flank. Beautiful, beautiful. Now you see though, if FSB had joined them, you see the potential here.
Yep.
If FSB had went with them. FSB, you know, I understand you guys went through a divorce recently, rip tan ban, but man, what the fuck are you guys doing on this left side of the map here, north side of the map? Now, excuse me for saying it, Eagle, and yeah, I'm not trying to start anything, but
40-second PA
man,
now charging through
this is-
to HL is.
Yep.
They're
Looks
the
like
sharps.
HL's got
Why are they
smoked.
charging of all the people?
That is silly. That is a silly move, but I think it might work out for him because if the rest of the Union pushes on this right side now, dude, it's barbecue chicken. It's over.
Yeah.
But I think
Only 40-second
IB is gonna. And I don't know if they're gonna hold. I think 42nd might actually win that. Yeah, they did.
No way.
Wow, good for them. Yeah, they won it.
CSA at breaking first too.
And now look at this shit. We have 28th Uncle Dragon playing the fucking music in game, running away from the point of contention, running away from the fight. FSB and 28th M Massachusetts. Respectfully, you guys are useless right now in this event, in this match. I'm gonna pull the hot takes out, Eagle. I'm doing it.
I mean, if someone's not doing something, 11 PA and FSB are just they're sitting on those rocks on the far left side. They got to get back. Union's starting to push up and get aggressive on the point. If Union pulls off a win here, I'm going to be very happy.
I'm
not biased at all, but
I think Union will pull off a win here because if
they're
just FSB not being here alone is what 20 guys, 15, 20 guys that will make a difference here. Now they're starting to move a little bit. Nope, never mind. I take it back. The 28th Massachusetts, shout out those guys. They came back. They realized, man, there's nothing happening over here, and they're back in the fight. But I think CSA is already cooked. I think they're in a fishbowl now. There
should be no excuse, too, for groups being off on their own, because all these groups, they should have officers in a Steam chat talking to each other.
Yeah. And HL is sitting directly on the point. That's a silly move here from Gene and these guys. What are you doing, brother? That is a terrible spot to be in. You're right in the center. I mean, I get it for, like, the point, but, like, you're right in the center of this kind of fishhook shape going on from the Union. And FSB actually has decided to do something. But instead of doing anything useful, they run right into the fucking Union team. But you can't make this shit up, Eagle. You can't make it up. Yeah, they could do something cool. They could go into the corn, shoot him from the side a little bit. No, they go, let me walk down the main road. Let me walk right up to the Union line here, right in front of them. Straight in front of,
starting to take the
pack
point.
My fucking team. Unbelievable,
HL's back
Eagle.
off.
I tell you what, Eagle. I tell you what. This is the problem with this War of Rights.
We're going right into it. Stay tuned for the podcast.
We got numbskulls making decisions sometimes, and that was a numbskull decision.
I will say,
chat?
I will say, when I've been watching this game, I don't know how long, and some groups have been playing this game for how long, but yet you see the same consistent mistakes over and over again. It's like, but
speaking of mistakes,
Union's going in.
Look at this. Look at this. Union's coming in on the southwestern side. That's exactly what I would do, because CSA just centered themselves in between the entirety of the Union team. CSA just fishbowled themselves is what just happened. They fell back from those positions and they just got fishbowled and pieced up. And that's going to be...
How are they down?
CSA,
half a morale
I think CSA
stage.
will win. I think they'll win this push on point. But, I think it's too late.
Look at the tickets.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to win that push on the point, but I think that's it. I think they're not winning anything else. And DB here, this is my... See, DB is doing a great thing. That second, the reserve line is an underused strategy, because DB acting as a reserve just came in while the Union group in the corn here, it's conglomerate. It's PB.
They're gonna get these two CSA
42nd
flags.
PA. Yeah, dude, 42nd and PB making it's a hammer and anvil is what I'm trying to get at, and it was just executed pretty well with whoever that was on the south side of the map pushing in, and DB cleaning up as a second group, while your anvil just stood there menacingly. It was a classic move.
Why is CSA
Lucian
in the
though
corn?
doing some damage. Yeah, that's FSB again. FSB, I'm all for aggression, but you should have done something a little bit better. If I was you guys, I would have made a line here to the east, in the corn, behind the entirety of the Union team, so you could do something. Instead, you sat in front of them. Bear in mind, these guys have sharps, and you just got shot to shit for a little bit there. You're mostly alive, but in terms of helping your team, claw back some tickets here, or change the tide, I mean, wow.
I'm intrigued to see this after action screen how many casualties there are, because this is undescribable how bad CSA have lost this match today. This is terrible. I haven't seen in a regimental match the defenders lose this badly. Granted, I've never seen the defenders lose this match in general. So this is really bad from CSA. It's like, I'm intrigued to see these out of lines, because, man, if this is
What a flip, man. What a flip.
I mean,
and here we go. Union's just going to anchor. That's all they got to do is anchor this edge of the point. There you have. They have their flags up, I think, mostly.
Union can make up for the last round. This is a really, really good win. The CSA frontline reporter has already left the game.
Wow.
Don't necessarily blame him. But, yeah,
CSA
wow.
last round, that was a disgusting throw. That was a really
Red,
gross.
quick
I didn't
thoughts
like it.
as we finish things out.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. Their game
Yeah.
crashed. Their game crashed. Convenient timing. Red, your thoughts.
yeah, I got some thoughts here.
Oh my goodness.
Apologies for being in and out a little bit, but we got it figured out.
It happens.
But Union this round, you guys played genuinely well. I think you guys did a really good job. CSA, that was.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was weird. Okay.
They switched it so we can't see the casualties. That's a bit sussy. The chat is fuming.
I think there is a bug. I've been seeing this in the War of Red in the pub Discord. There is potentially a bug on the South Mountain maps where you don't get an after action screen. It just sends you to the next map.
The server is confused. All right, we're going to count every single casualty and report it live. Man, if Union doesn't get a win off of this, that'd be a shame. Anyways, yeah.
But my other takes, sorry.
Quick takes.
Wow.
If possible.
Yeah, so basically, Union, good job. CSA, that was a fumble, truthfully. I think there's a lot of things you guys could have done a little differently from what I was seeing, especially at the end when you're taking losses. You know, you can't be afraid to get aggressive, but you got to be aggressive in a smart way. And some of the aggression, I wouldn't even call it aggression. I think it was just a little silly, a couple of the moves. You guys will see it here when you watch the video, but there was a few opportunities for you guys to potentially flip the side. I will say HL and HL, really good job going in through the corn, hitting those guys on the side. If you had a 15-20 man group potentially by the name of Free States Brigade helping you, I think that would have done crazy work and potentially shifted the tide on that map there to be more in your guys' favor. Didn't happen. That sucked. But that was a really fun round to watch while I was there for. And overall, I think both sides played pretty okay. But Union, great job for you guys especially. Not you, Natty, though. You still suck.
Yeah, really two fascinating rounds. Really both rounds were kind of not expected. But with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord clips channel and more in the description. Regardless, I appreciate you all. Could not do this without you, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
59ny.org.